So this is the last video for today, July 14, 2024. It's about 7:05 and I just wanted to reflect on the day and the day prior. In some way, when I think about the visualization, I think there was a significant difference to visualizing and not visualizing, because I think it's an intention when we visualize and think about for the day to do the day to go well or the week to go well. It sets that intention, which, even though we are saying it consciously, it goes to our subconscious mind, and from our subconscious mind, it connects to the universe's subconscious. So this was sort of like an experiment I did for the last couple of days, and I liked how it turned out. So like many other experiments I have been doing in the path of transforming myself to become the best version of myself. And when I say best, it's not necessarily means that it's best and that's it, and I'm not going to work on myself, because there is always room for improvement, and there is always this thing that we need to keep working on our mind, just like the way we work on our bodies. Because when we go to the gym, we exercise and our body stays healthy. Similarly with our mind, feeding the mind with the positive thoughts and positive action, positive feelings, and mindfulness practice, all of those are good food for our minds. So but intention setting is really something that it guides our mind, our subconscious mind, which time to time it tends to take our mind for a spin. It takes us to an autopilot by commanding the subconscious mind to stay positive, to stay more patient. We can create a better reality for us, because we can create a better inner world, and then our outer world, which is the reflection of our inner world, turns more positive. So that is what I will keep practicing, and the mantras that I have, I keep uttering them in my mind a few times a day. And I noticed that when I have attached those mantras to my body parts, which I talked about in another video, the morning journal, I think from a few days ago, the idea I got from one of the Jason Stevenson's meditation, where the acceptance part, which I attached with my mind, and this part, and then the positive thinking with my left arm, that I'm able to accept the things that I can change for my inner peace, and I can stay in my present. I'm able to stay in the present moment on the left arm, and then I'm kind to the people all around me and whoever I interact with. The left leg is I forgive all the people and the event that might have seemed challenging for me from the past and the present, or even in the future, looking ahead in the future. That intention is what helps us. And the right leg is looking for good from every situation, looking for something good in every situation. And my belly, which is where they say 90% of our, like what they say, gut feeling. So 90% of our serotonins are actually in the belly, even though they talk more about brain. Brain has only 10%. So that is the part I touch my patients with. It's almost like in Buddhism, how Thich Nhat Hanh in his books, he talks about to ground ourselves when things are shaky. We can be like the trunk of a tree, which is like our belly area, rather than our mind or the brain, which gets more agitated. So yeah, I have my patients attached to my belly area, which is also the chakras there, 2-3 chakras around there. And my heart, this part is love, which is the heart chakra. So yeah, I think of that throughout the day here and there, and that has been helping me. Also, English is my second language, so that has been helping me also quite a bit. But the visualization, setting intention, positive intention, is really, really helpful. So I'm gonna keep trying to do that. I think I don't know, for me it might also be because I'm a big planner. I like to plan things ahead and then do the stuff. So the intention setting for a positive outcome, I think it is also goes with something like as in I'm planning ahead that the outcome is going to be positive, and then I just continue doing what needs to be done from my end. And sometimes the outcome, the responses and reaction that I get is mostly positive because I am also being positive. So yeah, that is something to work on further and make it more strong, so that the positivity continues. And in life, sometimes it is something that we need to accept. That I was reading in a book where they talked about life is made in a way, something like they say, it's not supposed to be happy, it's supposed to be a life, meaning it has its ups and downs, and there will be positive things and negative things, and we just need to keep focusing on the positive. Or in Thich Nhat Hanh, so in Buddhism perspective, even if there is suffering, we just need to learn how to suffer well, meaning the suffering will always be there, but look for the positive, look for the things that we're grateful for, and then life can turn out better. And it was interesting also in that book that I saw that they talked about when people who are happy, it's not that their life conditions are different. It's biggest part of it is about how they think about things. So it all goes in thinking. And so the example that was given, that if somebody has a flat tire and they get sad and upset that, oh my God, why does it happen to me, versus the same person or a different person for the same flat tire situation, they might say that, oh, sometime it happens, or now it's my turn, something like that. They had some wordings around it to use, that sometimes it happens, or it's my turn, to kind of normalize the fact more. And the stories, we forget that the stories that we tell ourselves, we are the author of those stories. Nobody else is telling us. So we got to tell a good story to ourselves to be happier. Like they were saying that the happiness does not come from outside. It's all about, number one was acceptance. More we can accept the things that we can change. That is a key to happiness. Second is, I think, was compassion. Third is living in the present moment. And there was another one. What was that? I can't remember. It could be something to do with the forgiveness, maybe. That's what I can think of, but I forgot. But yeah, the big part of it is the acceptance, because a lot of times what happens is, oh yeah, the fourth one was actually thinking, because I think I already covered that in the beginning. So anyway, acceptance, our thought process, how we process the information, what stories we tell ourselves, compassion and present moment. Yeah, these are the fourth thing. But acceptance and the thinking is, I think, in my opinion, are the biggest ones. Because present moment is important, but the stories that we tell ourselves makes a huge difference. And I remember in the same book a long time ago, at the very beginning of the book, that talked about how 90% based on how people think, if they know the thinking, 90% of it they can predict. I think of some study based on MIT or something, that if the person will be happy or not, because the happiness is based on the thinking rather than anything else, how we process the information. So that was a really, really interesting thing to learn. So yeah, pretty interesting. So yeah, we just have to train our brain. These days there is AI and they train the AI, but we can train our own brain too to be happier by doing these things. So yeah, I'm going to try to ground myself with a few deep breaths and then finish the video. And also, as I do the breathing, I'm going to visualize tomorrow and the coming week. A positive day. Okay, bye.